first role was prompter in camera 2. Never forget it. You know, it's funny, a lot of the underclassmen are like, oh, I only know you as an anchor reporter. No, that's not true. I was a prompter for a semester straight, nothing else. I did camera 2, camera 1, camera 3. I ran graphics once. I did audio for a block. Never directed, never TD'd CSC, and I produced. And I've done interviews, I've done everything. Jake Neal came up to me, and he graduated 2 years ago. He came up to me at orientation in March. He's like, hey, what do you guys want to do? What's going on? I'm like, oh, I really want to be in TV and do sports journalism and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, that's great. My friend was there, but he wasn't really in the conversation. He only asked about me because I'm that great. And Jake's like, oh, I do TV. I produce Colonial Sports Center. You should come down. And I was still in high school at that time. So I remembered that vividly. And I knew I wanted to do it because I did it in high school. And because of that, I started going every Thursday. And I haven't had a Thursday off during school in 4 years. I'll never forget the one, I had a softball highlight because it was in March. It was late March, early April. Because I got on my freshman year just once, but it wasn't until, like I said, near the end of the semester. So I had a Robert Morris Hockey men's, they're going pro, so it was like a Go Pro update. And that was the very first story that I remember reading. I did terrible. I pronounced his name wrong. The goalie, his name was Brooks Ostergaard. I said Brooks Oostergaard, like I was in Canada, and I'm not Canadian. And it was horrible. I was terrible. And I'll never forget it because Chris was always getting on me for trying to, doing better. You have such a high ceiling. You need to live up to your potential. And if it wasn't for that moment being so very horrible at anchoring, then I probably wouldn't be where I would be. That's a good question. I don't know. It's gonna have to depend on what kind of stories are around, who I'm anchoring with, the people that are up in the control room and down on the set. I know Eddie has been the floor director now for almost the full semester and going into from last year, starting there when he took over Jade's job. I'm trying to make it special for everybody and leave a legacy that said, it's work, but it's also fun, and you need to have a balance between the two. And I would say, to finish out my last semester, I want to be remembered as not a jerk, but someone that likes to get a job done and likes to have fun doing it. So I think that's the most important thing I could leave behind from my last semester, just have fun with it.